Thanks for the opportunity to be with you, to talk to you, to get into your life, to interfere with it. It is with great affection, with a lot of responsibility that I want to live this craft, establish this communion with you, because another desire I do not have. I don't want to be here just to make a program. No, I want to go into communion. The instrument that allows us this communion is the Word. It is the opportunity we have to reveal. It is an epiphany. The word is naturally epiphanic. What is epiphany? It is a manifestation. Just as one day Moses had the opportunity to hear God through a tree on fire. The word is this epiphanic opportunity of manifestation. This is a phenomenon, right? Speech is a phenomenon. Language is a phenomenon, because it is an event that reveals to us. We are in the words, we are between the lines, we are in the silences, we are in the breaks, we are in continuity, and this program is an opportunity that we have to comment. With the story you tell, my reaction, what I think, with what I would like to manifest about what the church thinks. I could say, what humanity thinks in the light of sacred. Because we are so many thinking, we are so many talking. And all humanity with the desire to hit the step. I still believe that the great desire of sciences, psychology, anthropology, arts, is to help the human being to live the last stanza of this music. Discover the gift of being able to be happy. I really believe in this opportunity that each of us has to be happy. As in that tale where Adelia Prado speaks so extraordinarily of two wretches, two street men. She builds the story in a way, of course, with all that competence and with all that sensitivity she has. She builds the context from those characters. Even if we are full of suffering, even if we are full of miseries, then it ends like this. Not with these words, but with that sense. Because at some point, even with all the miseries that exist in the world, two wretches will come across the full moon. Bright in the sky. They will leave a crate and one will tell another, "Come here, my compadre. Come see what beauty of this moon shining today." Just for that, it was worth living. For us to have the opportunity to enforce the moment, that present moment we have that was presented to us, to be happy now. Even though I have so many misery around me, even though I own so many boundaries, I discovered in the midst of all this, elect a reason for today. The world deserves my smile. It is always necessary to elect a reason why the world receives our smile. Real smile, see? I walk slowly because I've been in a hurry and take this smile because I've cried too much. After you cried a lot, build a smile that is real. That is history, may be true. That is directly connected to a struggle process we have established. We do not discourage this read. We don't get discouraged. The order is to resist forever. You there, who have to stop so many fights, do not allow the victim spirit to visit your heart. Some people unconsciously like to feed suffering, to be a victim all the time, because it turns out to be a channel with the world, with people, not to stop it. This is wait. Wait for you, wait to the other. Look at you. Find out what deserves to be cultivated today. Go beyond. Do not get used to your miseries, but look at them as an opportunity for overcoming. The other does not have to carry their problems. And this communion we have established is to wake us up for it. Christian has no obligation to live my problems. I have no obligation to live the problems of Christian. But the communion we have established, yes, helps us have the courage to challenge all the structures around us daily, so that they are in our favor. May I not be forever regretted my choices, that I do not stay forever regretting my difficulties, that I do not stay forever with the same subject, telling the same story, complaining of the same person. No, it can't be like that. You need to look at your life, no matter how miserable you think you may be, and find out that you are alive. At this moment, many people would give everything to have an opportunity to live. They are diagnosed with death sentences. They are in hospitals giving their final sighs. They are victimized by the disease, the tragedy, the accident. And we are here, alive. And we cannot waste it. We cannot waste a lifetime being a victim. No. The faith we profess is to give us references of what we need to do to achieve the result. It's a fight. Christianity is struggle. Do not expect Christianity to come to give you a warm walk to lie down. It's a fight. From time to time in the fight, you will have your pleasure, because the fight is also pleasure. When you look at you, and all those sweaty of work, you thank God. Just as the farmer does. I really like rural life. Sacred from work, in the midst of that pasture, in the middle of that field, that plantation, he takes off his hat and thanks God for his help. That's life. The metaphor of the Jesus field used her all the time to help us understand that there is no victory without struggle. Father Fabio, how to leave a revolt that exists within me. Almost 3 years ago, I lost my son and my husband together inside my house in an attempted robbery. How to forgive a person who was able to destroy our whole family. Help me. What should I do to get this revolt inside my chest? First, our deep respect for this pain, which we have no way to evaluate. You tell us, the people try to get closer to your feeling. But it's a limit, because what you feel, the pain you feel, we can have no idea what it is, because the pain is not measurable. We can't measure. My daughter, the first step for us to be able to forgive a situation, because it's more than a person. You don't have the illusion that you need to forgive only the robber. No. There are many factors that need to be forgiven. And what is to forgive? It is you to allow the reharmonization of the environment, the life, the structure. Because 2 people were brutally taken from their history. And you now need to support yourself in this world. You need to handle life without having these 2 people so essential to you. Reharmonize your heart. First of all, before forgiving anyone, you need to forgive life. First, take this story out of your heart, which certainly occurs with everyone who lives a moment like this. What happened with me? You may have heard me to talk here, my daughter, that sometimes we ask questions that lead us to nothing, but we insist on doing them, which is a way we have to scream our challenge. We think it's a challenge that someone enters our house, kills the people we love, and then we cross here. Manage all these hatred that this killer provoked within us. It is challenge. The first detail to be reorganized within us is to look for this fact and try to metabolize it without hatred and without grudges. It happened to me. It could have happened to the neighbor next door, and it is no use asking questions now that they will definitely not help me to resolve my dilemma, my conflict. So I need to take a step towards life now and make up with Ida. And then my daughter. The best way to make up with life is to look at what's left. What does this disrupted family exist for you? It is like a castaway that before that disaster of looking everywhere and only seeing the water, finding somewhere where you can hold on and support yourself to overcome the storm. It's time for you to look at your values, the people you love, and you take a step toward them. This is forgiving life. It is you to be willing to continue living. Because forgiveness to the killer may be that you will get it in a while. You will only be able to forgive the killer if you can take the step towards life. And the step towards life will help you rearrange the feeling that hurts you so much. Because before forgiving people, we have to forgive the Evental. It is somehow to fit into your heart at least this possibility. I want to take a step. I want to go ahead. I want to overcome this tragedy. And then you look at all the people who managed to overcome great tragedies. And look, I've seen a lot of people be able to do this. What did these people need to do? Open the windows of the house, look at what is left, and begin to reorganize life. I wish, my daughter, that in this moment of deep pain you can meet the path of life. Forgive life, and give your life an opportunity for you. Perhaps even wounded, injured. You are able to find your way back and live for them, and make the joy happen again in your home. That the best way for us to resurrect someone's memory among us is to celebrate their joys. Because sometimes we want to do the opposite, right? We will never do it again because he liked it. And that reminds me of him, no? Like Lydia, my friend there from Curitiba, when she lost her son, I no longer wanted to make Sunday afternoon barbecue because it was the joy of her son. And gradually, Lydia is able to resume life, to allow joy to visit her home, because children still have a husband, still has a family, and that we need to get rid of this nonsense that celebrating the memory of the other is that we dive into sadness. We are burning. We who believe in the resurrection, we need to make our mourning struggle. This is what I wish you all who accompany me. You know very well that you listen to me. You accompany me. You know very well that this is the dynamic I want for myself. All the time I have reason to give up, guys. All the time. At some point in my life, I have been through the temptation of the tomb, entering inside and crying there, my hurts, my pains, misunderstandings. I do not want it. It is difficult. And is it hard to be who I am? What do I do? And is it hard to be who you are? What do you do? And, but pay your price with your joy. Be a testimony, not to the other. Before being a testimony to another, you have to be a testimony to yourself. You have to be at peace with yourself. You have to be in this happy awareness that you are doing the right thing, that you are striving, that you are giving this opportunity for life to work on you. Do not close for the possibility of being happy, despite everything that has happened. Despite all the misfortunes that may have visited your life, you do not close to the possibility of being happy. We don't know how long we have left, but we can make us this time an opportunity to change the story, to change our lives, to change the people on our side, as living well, doing things well, enjoying this opportunity to be who you are, freeing yourself from your excesses and turning the grief into struggle. Thank you for your affection, for your attention, and may God bless you a lot. May God pour over your heart, upon your home, about your life, the disposition that characterized the heart of Our Lady, so that, an example of it, we can also be a real Christian, always bringing Jesus in his lap to introduce him to those who do not yet know him. Pour upon us the blessing of the Almighty God, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.